Welcome to the Weekend View. Today we're talking about how the all-new season of the Kardashians has Kim looking for new love. Actress Naomi Watts reveals how turning 50 unleashed a whole new age of great sex and killer confidence. Then, SNL stars reacting to their audition tapes inspired us to dig into the archives and look back at our early TV appearances. This is gonna get awkward. It's all happening now on the Weekend View.
The Weekend View is a very casual show.
Yes.
So we're wearing slippers.
Yes.
Oh, we're all putting our leg up. Okay. We're doing it. We're going for it.
We were going to wear negligees. We thought that would be too much.
It's still early.
But we can still talk, even with the slippers.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do this topic. A new season of the Kardashians is back on Hulu just in time for people who want a distraction from the headlines. Take a look.
North got offered to sing at the Hollywood Bowl.
Shut up.
I thought I was busy before. Having to be her momager right now is crazy.
Such a stage mom.
Where do you think she learned it? I'm Kris Jenner. Oh my God, I'm Kris Jenner. What's happening? Yep. To here, I make like a whole his closet.
You must really like him.
Healthy, happy. I had the intention of staying single. I was fully lying to you guys. I have a dinner with someone. Me not dating and not wanting love and attention? I don't think you know me.
Talk about finding your roots. So Kim says that she's dating again after 3 marriages. Would you put yourself back out there, ladies, if you after
She and Jennifer Lopez should double date.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. You know, I believe in true love, and I think if you're willing to be vulnerable and open yourself up, why not? And I love her self-awareness. She's like, have you met me? Yeah. I love attention and being in love. She loves it.
Oh, yeah. Kim loves love, and she's definitely going to date. But I was thinking about it, like, for all the things that are very aspirational about her, like, she's gorgeous, she's wealthy, she's successful, it's probably very hard to date. Yeah. Because you either get people who are dating and attracted to the fame, which is not the partner you want to attract, or they want nothing to do with it, and that's really hard.
Or if you haven't heard of her, I'd be
and if you haven't, do you live under a rock?
Yeah, I don't think I'd have the energy to date if I were not with my husband. I don't, like right now, maybe
Well, with 3 kids, no.
Yeah, well, I also think it's funny.
She has 4.
Kim does, but I have 3. But I think
but
Kim's laughed you.
You know, they say it takes a village. She's got a village.
She might have more of a village.
Yeah.
I don't think my village is as big as hers, but also I think for the type of the ages they're at and the struggles they're in, like I don't have enough to go around. So if it weren't my husband and their father right now, I think I'd go through a spell of just, like, unlike Kim, where it's like, I want love and attention, it's like, I want to sleep in my bed at night and just fall asleep. Like, do you not know me? Like, I need rest. Like,
But you know, I think there are people, and women in particular, who are more made to be in a couple than they are to be single. And that's fine. Like, I actually love that they keep searching for love, that they don't give up, that they believe in romance. I love every time they have a wedding and we get to see the snippets and
like
the
a
pictures.
rom-com.
Yeah, it's like listen, if Liz Taylor could do it, so can Kim.
Yeah.
But they do. I always have the impression they're doing it to get another series going.
they don't need to. I mean, they're in like season 54 or something.
We would watch regardless of what they do.
I think she's really one of those that believes in true love.
Yeah, but you know what? The definition of neurosis, not insanity. The definition of neurosis is repeating the same mistake over and over and over again.
No, but they're different partners. I mean, that's
different.
the thing, is you learn everything coming from a different relationship.
Oh, so if you change the man,
But
it's
if you're
not
doing
as
it
bad?
again and again with a different person, it's not the same thing.
Maybe you have to change. Maybe she has to change something within herself as well.
Yeah.
But I believe she's going to find
I don't know
one.
that she's going to change anything. I have such respect for anybody who's turned an ass into an asset. I would not change one thing.
You got to give that to her.
I got to go along with that.
You got to give that to her.
Yeah. But Sonny, I can't picture you, God forbid, if anything happened to Manny or you got divorced, I can't picture you being dating again. I don't see it with you.
Well, I found my true love, so I think it would be difficult, But
you
I don't want
married
to
Manny.
be. I don't want to. That's a good one. But no, I
These are the jokes, ladies and germs.
No, it's a joke. But I don't think that I want to live my life without a companion. I think companionship is just so wonderful.
Well, you can always pay somebody for that.
Well, you can't pay for someone for it.
And I'm not talking about a
you
boy
can
toy.
pay for sex. You can't pay for companionship.
Yeah.
You can pay
Yeah.
for companionship. I know people who do.
You do.
Yeah, they pay people to live with them. What's the big whoop? I don't
But that's
get that.
also, I think, if you feel like you truly married, if you truly found the love
You
of your
don't
life.
sleep with the person. They live there.
Yeah, but how is that? What
More
is that?
annoying, I'd rather sleep with them and then get out. Like, I don't want to
But that sounds like a caretaker, not a
That's what I
companion.
want. That's what I want.
You
a
want a
caretaker.
caretaker?
I want a caretaker.
Squatter, Anna. She's
So God forbid something happened to Steve.
Yeah.
You just want a caretaker?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do they do?
And I don't want to sleep with anybody else. He's it. That's it for me.
Oh.
Anna, how about you?
I forgot what we're talking
Never
about
mind.
completely. I mean, didn't this start about Kim Kardashian?
It did.
Okay, now we're talking about another actress, Naomi Watts. Remember
Yeah.
her? She's terrific. I think she's such a good actress.
she is.
Anyway, she spoke to People magazine about her new book. It's called Dare I Say It? Everything I Wish I'd Known About Menopause. And she says that it was a complete rebirth for her. She found more confidence, built stronger friendships, and stopped comparing herself to other people. Whatever.
I haven't been through menopause. I have nothing to offer yet.
So who's been in menopause?
Raise your hand.
I am in menopause.
Yes, I'm
Blanche,
not.
I am.
I'm in Perry.
I've been in menopause for 30, 40 years now.
Yeah.
Seriously, I still have hot
You've
flashes.
always said
Yeah.
that to me, that it never ends.
Yeah.
Not everybody. There are people who don't go. Raise your clap if you're in menopause. Okay, now the women. No. Okay, so
I remember one time we went to dinner. Al and I went to dinner with Steve and you,
Yeah.
and you told Al that you'd been in menopause for 30 years.
Yeah.
You left him traumatized. He couldn't sleep for like
Because-
3 days. You also told him
what else did I tell
Are you
him?
allowed
that having sex was like going through a tunnel of shards of glass.
You said that to her husband?
For
It's
3
7:30
days,
in the
that man
morning.
couldn't sleep.
Well, after a certain point, yeah.
I do think it's a little bit unfair that women, it's like you get your period, then you try not to get pregnant, then when you want to get pregnant, it's hard to get pregnant, then you get perimenopause, then you get menopause. Like, why do we have to do
Yeah.
everything and
God
then
was
just show
a man.
up?
Yeah.
On a serious note, though, going through menopause right now, I feel like we can talk about it much more today than when you were going through it.
Yeah.
And I feel
That's true.
I feel very
Yeah.
comfortable
Yeah.
talking about it.
Whoopi and I went through it on the air. I've been here
wow.
28 years. She's been here 15 years.
You went through
Both of us
You,
would like-
you
She's only
went through
been on the show with
adolescence.
menopause.
You went through puberty on this show.
No, not really. But both of us, she would break out into a sweat right on the
Really?
air, and so would I. It was like, oh my God, this is
So
horrible.
that's what I have to look forward to.
But I like what Brooke Shields said when she was on her show, which is that society looks at women, I'm paraphrasing her, as women are either young or have menopause. Like, there's so much more before and
Yeah,
after.
yeah.
And there's also so much more, I feel like, after the 50s for women now. Like, you're seeing, like,
Right.
Demi
Living
Moore
longer.
having these big moments, Pamela Anderson.
I got to
like-
tell you, the 50s are amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I was so terrified of, like, the big 5-0. And then I got into piercings, and I got into, like, wearing my hair naturally. And I realized it was because I didn't care as much about what anybody thought.
Yes,
I
good.
was just coming into my own. It was really, it's very powerful.
One thing that Anna said, though, about being able to talk about it, I think it's important on every phase of being a girl and then a woman, because
Yeah.
we also never talked about periods. Like, you snuck your tampon down the hall,
Yeah.
and, like, everyone was quiet
Not
about
in
it.
my family.
Well, not in the family, but at school and everywhere else. It's just like any other bodily function. It's a sign of a healthy system if you have
I
your
went to
period.
an all-girls
But wait, the
school.
next point,
Yeah,
I did
me
too.
too.
But what I'm saying is socially, societally,
Yes.
even going through pregnancy, women say all the time, I wish another person would have told me this.
Yes.
We're now having conversations about not only the hard parts of things, but the gross parts of things. And I think then that goes to menopause. Like, you have to talk about every phase because everyone's going
But
through
this
it.
idea that menopause is great is a bunch of baloney.
Not great.
No, but we're talking about life changes. But I got to tell you, I don't know if it's a Puerto Rican family or what, but when we get our periods, there's like a party. Like, all the women come in, they're like, yeah,
Really?
okay, this is amazing.
Well, that means you're a woman, yeah.
Yeah.
RFK better listen to something. do not mess with women's menopause hormones. We will come for you.
All right. We'll actually take a break here. When we come back, we're digging into the vault to show you some of our earliest appearances on television.
The Weekend View is sponsored by Rock Skincare.
So in the new docuseries SNL 50, Beyond Saturday Night Live, some cast members reacted to seeing their original audition tapes. Watch this.
I've come to the conclusion that Shaquille O'Neal is a big, fat, rude idiot.
Oh, okay.
And he's too huge.
I'm doing like an update piece about Shaquille O'Neal being too big for basketball. Okay, that's enough.
Ding dong bookworms. It's famously acerbic former book critic for the New York Times, Michiko Kakutani. Holy.
You know what? But enough about that. We thought we'd delight you all with a rewind of our own.
Oh, gosh.
Here's a little bit of my audition for The View back in 1997. Oy vey.
Hi, I'm Joy Behar. My guests today are the fabulous Miss Barbara Walters. How do you do, Barbara? Sissy Biggers and Veronica Webb.
That's right.
A lovely and intelligent and beautiful model.
Excuse me 1 second.
Yes.
Lovely, intelligent, and fabulous. I got not a single adjective.
You know what? I'm used to you already.
Okay.
And this is called The View from Here. But as far as these indiscretions with other women, I mean, that's as American as polyester pantsuits. I mean, come on. Let's talk about the Oscars, which really sort of brings us to...
Speaking of plastic surgery?
Well, in a way it does. It's like the night of 100 scars, okay?
You were great at it. Right away, you were great at it.
you. So you were moderating then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Sarah, do yours.
Oh, well, I had an embarrassing one because in 2003, I always wanted to be on a show like The View or a two-person talk show. And Michael Strahan had asked me to come fill in for Kelly in 2015. They dug up something I did in 2003 when I first came to New York City.
Wow. See that.
I'm supposed to be at work right now.
Oh, great. Are you calling in sick? Or?
No, I actually went with the truth this time. I've been told that works best, so.
You haven't changed. You look like your daughter. You're your own daughter.
Haircut.
Very cute. Okay, Anna.
Let's see. So this was, I think, one of the first times that I was on ABC, and it was during the McCain-Obama campaign in 2008. And I'm like very smugly debating Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz from Florida. So that's the clip.
Because they don't agree with your views on the issue does not mean that they don't agree with women's. Excuse me. And I will also tell you that, at least he reached out to the 18 million voters that Hillary had.
You haven't changed.
No, you're the same. The same. Okay, Sonny, what's yours?
I think, I started my career really as a legal correspondent and legal host for Court TV, if any of you remember it. And at one point we called it In Session, and I think we have a clip. Oh.
Good morning, and welcome back to In Session. I'm Sunny Hostin, in for Vinnie Politan. We've had several doctors testify in the Oregon versus Beagley trial, but none of them have done what Dr. David Vanderstein is about to do. Let's go back inside the courtroom.
I never thought I was going to work in TV. That was literally never my plan. So the closest, I think auditioning here would have actually been closer. Yeah. But this is, I think we have me briefing at the Pentagon. It was like the first time I was on camera, and it was just no makeup, no hair, no eyelashes. Go ahead.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you for being here today. I want to share a couple updates with you on the DoD COVID response, and then Dr. Friedrichs and I will take your questions.
Total preparation for this show, not.
Hold on. I'm being told in my imaginary earpiece that we have some bonus footage that was buried deep in the archives.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Sunny Hostin found another way to stay in shape. Oh, yeah. And she's doing it live. Look at Sunny. Oh, my. Dr. Gupta is going to tell us why this type of exercise is actually very good for your health.
This is a legal analyst, is it?
Oh, my God.
she's hula hooping without a hula hoop. She looks like Elaine.
Where was that?
That is so wrong of you guys.
Where was that?
It was on CNN. It was a competition with Ali Velshi.
On CNN?
Yes. I had a show with Sanjay Gupta, and we used to do like legal and medical stuff. And
what was the medical answer?
Well, it's medical, it's exercise, and then it was a competition, and I just went crazy.
You did look like Elaine, though.
Yes. They need to bring that back,
Sonny. It was like virtual.
You say you call yourself Latina and you dance like that?
I know. I can't believe y'all.
Oh my
God.
God. That's a good
Star of the new reality show, The Flip Off, Heather Ray Al-Musa is struggling with relationship problems. So she reached out to the one person she knows who can feel her pain, her husband's ex-wife.
Oh, yeah.
What?
No, that's true.
And they posted some of their support group meeting on Instagram. We have another clip.
Every single day, I don't know what personality I'm gonna get. He yells at me, and then everything's fine. 2 minutes later. It's been like almost 6 years of this, and
But I feel like during the past 6 years, he's probably, 20% better?
Maybe 15.
So look at what the next 6 years will be. Another, I would say, 30% better.
Can I last that long, Christina? Like, you lasted, what, 9 years, was it?
Yeah, but I will tell you this, the grass isn't greener on the other side.
I mean,
so
clearly.
Look, he's gone 15% better. So look, there's probably another 30%. And so look, by the time that you're 60, he's gonna be really nice.
He sounds like a real catch, doesn't he? Yeah.
Would you
advise the new wife?
No, would you sit down with your husband's current wife, your ex-husband's current wife, if she wanted advice about him?
It's too late. That ship has sailed.
I'd be more interested in seeing what my exes have to say about me, because I think that's the thing you can change. If you've married, like, I already took Max. Like, whatever you tell me, he's with me.
Yeah.
But I'd kind of like to know if I've grown at all, or what the themes were.
I don't think Al's ex-wife would call me for anything other than wanting to, like, disembowel me, but or him, or both.
I would never eventually. Yeah, I would never sit down and like complain about my husband to somebody who was previously in his life and isn't anymore. Like that, you work that out in therapy or with your spouse.
Why would I want to sit down with someone who has seen my husband naked? Like, that's so like,
that really sticks with you.
I'm just like, I don't understand humanity.
We'll be right back.
The Weekend View is sponsored by Rock Skincare.
Check out what Sara and Brian were up to this week on the Views Behind the Table podcast. Watch this.
Occasionally on the show, I'll joke about my blood pressure going up because if people write articles about something someone said, and then it's like a whole big thing. Usually it's not you. Occasionally it's you. Usually it's not you. Yesterday, all the headlines about Sara Haines, and here's what it was. So we talked about Jack Schlossberg, am I saying that right? Grandson of JFK, who made a joke where he compared his grandmother, Jackie Onassis, to Second Lady Usha Vance and asking who was hotter, which was creepy.
Yeah.
A little bit. Let's talk about this because you had this conversation, and then I want to read some of the headlines that came out yesterday. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Parade magazine said Sara Haines makes uncomfortable declaration about her dad on The View. Us Weekly, The View cast has lengthy conversation about Sara Haines' hot dad.
That's right.
The Cider, Sara Haines calls her dad hot on The View while EP Brian Tedder cringes.
Also correct.
Yeah, I mean, I cringed. I'm not going to lie. The Cider came with a split screen graphic of
you cringing,
you looking lovely, and me looking like Quasimodo.
Uncomfortable, yes.
Cringing.
Yes.
Yeah, it was awful.
That's your cringe face,
That's
just so you know.
Okay, well, for future
I've
reference.
seen it multiple times during the show.
Thank you. Let's talk about this. You have mentioned to me in passing in other briefings several times that your dad is, as you put it, hot.
Yeah.
I always find this. I find it weird, Sarah. It's freaking weird.
No,
I just got to be honest.
I'll make it safer for you. My dad is a very handsome man.
Nothing wrong with saying that. I've met your dad. He's a distinguished gentleman. He is a handsome man.
But what makes him hot, and I am not attracted to my dad, just to clear this up.
It sounds like you kind of are.
I just said I'm not.
Okay.
But he has a swagger, and he's had it forever. And every friend, so remember there are 3 of us girls and a son.
Yeah.
all of our friends throughout the years of growing up would be like, your dad's so hot. So I kind of took the word and be like, we know dad's hot. And it became hot dad. The other day when all those articles came out, one, I sent it to my dad. And when he saw the Brian cringe one, he said, Brian? I'm disappointed in him. I expected more.
Again,
he thought that you would say they're on to something with that headline.
No,
you know,
your dad is a distinguished, impressive man. He makes me a little nervous.
He does that to everyone.
Yeah,
super hot.
And he's a handsome man. It's super hot is where I start to cringe, and I continue to. It's
the
just
more
a weird
you
thing.
cringe, the more I'm going to say.
Listen,
it, just so you know.
like my mom, very lovely lady, very pretty. I wouldn't say my mom's a smoke show.
Yeah, that'd be weird. I would not say my dad's a smoke show.
Yeah.
Because people said things like all the way through, every girlfriend we ever had always commented on my dad. My friends, when I sent the articles, one by one, they're all like, well, it's the truth, so why is this weird? Everyone that grew up knowing my dad says the same thing.
Okay. The headlines would bear me out, I think, that it's weird.
No, it's the way it's being contexted or portrayed is weird. If you know the backstory of, if I hear one more time how hot my dad is, he's 80 and he looks amazing. I even showed Joy at the commercial and I showed her a picture. He's 82 now. And she's like, your dad is so handsome.
Well, luckily, my children will never know this weirdness because I don't think it's a conversation they're having. What did your dad say back in the email when you sent it?
He gets so tired being trolled by his daughters because the amount of energy we put into trying to make him embarrassed.
Yeah.
We can't break him. But I emailed him and he said, interesting. Thank you. Regards from Hot Dad. And then one by one, all my friends were like, my other friends picked it up and sent it to me. And my best friend Aaron's like, but your dad is like the cutest.
Yeah. But just so you know, when they hang up the phone, they're all saying, wow, Sarah's weird. Even your friends. They're talking behind your back about how weird you are.
No, they are not.
Okay. The staff thinks it's weird.
No, the staff does not think it's weird.
Show of hands, who thinks it's weird in the control room?
Not one
Oh, you're all cowards. You're all cowards.
Show me, who's a Bry guy in there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right, sure. Side with the talent.
Yep. Because they know me. They know what I mean by that. If you don't know me, like the person writing the article, they may be like, well, that's a little weird. And I'm from Iowa.
You thought you thought it was weird that Jack put the poll up about his grandmother?
No, I didn't think it was that weird. I thought, I don't agree.
Is your grandfather just like a 7?
No. But my
Who's hotter, your dad or like one of your uncles?
I thought Usha, how do you say
Usha.
Usha Vance is so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
That it was more a debate on who do you think is hotter.
Okay.
But that's not my grandma. And my dad was not part of the equation.
Okay.
Or he would have killed it.
Do you find your grandfather attractive?
My grandfather was very handsome, but he was not hot like my dad.
Okay. Very creepy. Again, I'm cringing as you say it.
So listen to the rest of the Behind the Table podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Have a great day, everyone, and take a little time to enjoy the weekend.